All right, get your Kazakhstan flag emojis ready. The undefeated Shavkat Rakhmonov has arrived. And I don't care what you want to say about his pre-UFC schedule. When you can finish every single mixed martial arts athlete that they put with you in an octagon or cage, you are doing something right. He's got submission offense that a lot of this division can't lay claim to. He's an outstanding striker as well. And if he's got to win a kickboxing match here tonight and not lean on that patented grappling, he can probably do that to get the job done. But many believe you are looking live at one of the best welterweights in the world and a future undisputed UFC champion. All right, so here he is, the Nigerian Nightmare, and you can also now call him the UFC welterweight champion. He had to go 10-0 in the UFC to finally realize that UFC belt, beat Tyron Woodley, and establish himself as the standard at 170 pounds.
And he never lost track of what was out in front of him. Even though he had to win 10 fights, Kamaru Usman understood that he would do whatever it took to become UFC champion, and when he got that opportunity, it was the wrestling, the cardio, and the ability to follow the game plan set out in front of him by Henry Hooft and Greg Jones that allowed him to blank Tyron Woodley on the scorecards and win that welterweight championship. Unbelievable performance by Usman.
Truly one of the hardest workers in the game, and if you watch that Woodley fight, you get the sense that it is going to take a Herculean effort for somebody to dethrone the new hunted at 170 pounds, Kamaru Usman. The Nigerian Nightmare, Kamaru Usman, has graced the octagon. He is ready to fight. Our tale of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Shavkat Rakhmonov. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare, Usman. Herb Dean, our third man in the octagon for this one. Oh, a lot of fight fans thought we would see this fight between Kamaru Usman and Shavkat Rakhmonov when Usman was the champion. Leon Edwards, of course, intervened, but this is still a matchup of two truly elite 170-pound fighters.
I mean, this is as high level as it gets. Shavkat Rakhmonov has proven that he is ready for the next level of fighter in the welterweight division. And if you're going to beat anyone to prove you belong, it's got to be Kamaru Usman. One of the best welterweights of all time. A guy that's just really ruled the top of the division for a very long time. He has his eyes set on getting back to the mountaintop. Heavy body kick lands.
Right hand on the counter.
Those are big strikes.
All
All right, didn't take us long to get our first clinch situation here. Some wrestlers pursue the takedown at distance. This guy has no issues trying to get it out of this clinch situation.
No, he loves this clinch because he's got a great inside-out trip. He does a good job of changing his levels to get to the hip. He's just a good fighter from in close. He has spent a lifetime developing his skills. He wants to impose his will on his opponents from this position.
Hook to the head by Rakhmonov. So at long last, he finally lands his first takedown after several. Guillotine choke would appear to be locked in. Yes, it is.
Oh, it's getting deep. This is it. This has to be the end.
Ooh, cervical chop, but he got out.
What a great job attacking the lock, rolling to your back, giving up the mount. He chose a much worse position over giving up that submission.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Rakhmonov.
In the half guard.
And there it is, another strike on the ground, gets through. A lot of top pressure being applied here. Making all these shots count. Man, this is some serious ground and pound. He's trying to put this dude's head, like, through the canvas.
He's one of the better ground and pound fighters we have in the entire UFC, and you're seeing why.
Good work from the top here by Rakhmonov. All right, this position now what we call the north-south. If you're the bottom fighter, what are you trying to do to get out of harm's way?
Man, it's tough on the bottom. It's very tough because everything hurts, right? It doesn't matter that they're not completely driving the shoulder in. It just, everything hurts. So you wait for your opponent.
That is a huge shot right there, DC. You don't want to eat too many more of those.
No, and he needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Final seconds of round one. Oh, you talk about mixing the martial arts. Perfect strategy here. Round two next.
Hey, stop.
Take a seat. Deep breath. Good. Relax. Take a drink of water and listen. I want you to set those kicks up a little bit better with your...
All right, a lot of highlights from which to choose over those previous 5 minutes, DC. A lot of good work on the ground.
You knew, John, going into the fight, that if he was able to get this fight to the floor, he would have the most success, and you saw it in that exchange. He was able to get posture, land some really good ground and pound as the round came to an end.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Round two is underway.
Nice punch lands over the top.
Lands the jab. Missed on the right hand. Ooh! Oh, and he defends another takedown here. I'm not sure when frustration sets in for the wrestler, but been uphill sledding thus far.
Well, he thought that he'd be able to secure these takedowns, and you can see him getting frustrated every single time this balanced fighter defends one. Hats off to the balanced fighter, though. He knew it was in front of him, and he prepared himself accordingly to defend these takedown attempts.
What a beautiful entry on the takedown for Kamaru Usman. Now we'll see what he can do with it. His ground and pound is outstanding. He's been more opportunistic with it of late. And you know, in terms of the cardio, few men can match it here in this UFC welterweight division. Lands the ground and pound strike.
Another ground and pound strike lands for this man.
All right, close guard now. You got to be careful, though. He's got a lot of submissions off his back. All right, so pretty good damage here with the ground and pound. Nothing superficial about these strikes. They are intending to harm.
Oh, yeah, he's landing very accurately, and he's landing to get damage off.
Keep your hands up and keep that head moving. Head movement.
I want to see more elbows.
Well, maybe ill-advised to be competing off your back, but he's landing. Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Usman.
And another one. Another strike from the top lands for him.
All right, feet on the hips here. Well, Well, landing several strikes here from the top, standing over his opponent. Good work here by Kamaru Usman. All right, half guard now. Not a fighter you want in half guard against you. For the bottom fighter, what does he need to do?
He needs to secure his underhook. He's got to be fighting for underhook. One of the most key things you can do as a bottom fighter stuck in half guard is try to frame. You frame and push your opponent away from you. By pushing him away from you, he will then want to come back into you.
Right.
It's like when I push you back, you want to go forward. So as he comes forward, hand goes off the face, let it slip into an underhook, build up to your elbow, then go chase your single leg. This is high-level grappling, John, from a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt named Daniel Cormier.
Nice movement to avoid some of those strikes from the top. Right inside his opponent's guard here, DC. You don't want to play around here too long.
No, you got to either have two hands in or two hands out, or guys start to attack triangles.
Usman's in half guard now. 10 minutes in the books.
Okay, that was a good round, man, but let's submit him. We're not trying to hurt him. We're trying to submit him. We're trying to get that W. We're trying to get to the after part, okay? We're trying to be happy at the after part.
All right, so we now look back at some of the action from that previous round, DC. A lot of good highlights on both sides.
I mean, a lot of good highlights from both competitors. They both should be very proud of what they accomplished. But I'm telling you, man, I'm not sure they can keep this up. If they land at this clip for another 5 minutes, somebody's going to sleep.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Here we go, third round of this championship fight. Oh, a huge strike lands there, DC.
He landed that massive shot. Now he needs to try to find the next follow-up shot that will finish the fight.
As his opponent postures up, he opens it. All right, working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you got to be careful here. All right, looks as though that strike maybe opened up a cut around the eye area.
Yeah, it looks like that strike opened up a cut, John, but it's nothing to worry about now, but he's got to start to protect it. Getting him out here. This is where he wants to be.
All right, relax for me, bud. Good, you're doing fine. Stay relaxed.
Well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. Under the neck. Oh, and now he flattens him out, DC. A couple hooks in. This could be trouble.
Look at all that hip pressure he has into his opponent's back. Now he'll start to rain down brutal ground and pound.
And you better intelligently defend here. This could be the beginning of the end. Oh, Shavkat Rakhmonov ground and pound from half guard now. Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling is the hardest, most exhausting thing.
Especially if you're just running the guy over, John, and then he just gets up.
Oh, you gotta love the ground and pound strikes here. All right, full guard here, DC. What does he need to do to improve position?
Well, he's got to start to build his posture, get some damage off, move to half guard, which in turn leads to more opportunities for advancement. But if you're on the bottom, you got to anticipate those movements the moment he tries to move to the next position. You build a shield, get back to your feet, or dig an underhook to try to get a reversal or a sweep.
Well, ground and pound 101, and now you start to see some swelling appear.
Make sure he stays
Under 2 minutes to go.
Good work, guys.
He's doing a really good job putting himself in position.
Postures up and delivers a massive ground and pound punch to the head. Oh, and there's another ground strike for good measure.
Short time now in the round.
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Rakhmonov.
Oh, he got to the spot.
All right, he's got the hooks in, DC, working off of his back.
Now look for him to attack the neck of his opponent to try to get the rear choke.
Well, the striking clinic continues, and he's wise to attack that already damaged area upstairs.
He's attacking that damaged area for the opponent. He's got to get that head.
Saved by the bell. There is the final horn. He was getting grounded. He was getting pounded just at the end of the round. So you see, he's taking some of this time here to get back to his feet. Only 60 seconds on the clock between rounds. We will see if this young man can recover. All right, that's the end of the round as we show you some of the highlights over those 5 minutes. Really a clinic when it comes to the ground and pound.
Yeah, man, this is what you're taught. When you're learning to become a ground and pound fighter, you want to do it exactly like he did. Gain posture, have height, control hands and wrists. Land strikes, don't throw too many, throw just enough, control, throw again, control. He did it perfect.
Ready, fight. Ready.
Fourth round now, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, here we go, fourth round of a possible 5. And this is the time where fighters are really tested, right? Dig deep, lean on the heart. We'll see who has the upper hand.
You feel pretty good in round number 5. Round number 4 is the one that really does test the fighter. It really does test the mettle of the guy inside of the octagon.
Nice job to get inside and get the single collar tie. Takedown defense holds up. Short uppercut in the clinch by Rakhmonov. Well, he landed a big knockout in the previous round, and you can just tell his confidence is growing from here.
His confidence is through the roof, as it should be. He's doing a great job right now of landing.
Could be in trouble.
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad. He doesn't know if he's in the octagon or at his mama's house for Thanksgiving. Dude's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him. Knock him out. The fight's done.
All right, so he's landed a few seminal uppercuts already, DC. Got to think he goes back to it.
I am almost certain he's going to go and try to find another one of those. But expect him to really sit down and try to make one really count and try to end this fight.
All right, so he earned respect from his opponent early on with the power, and now the swelling really started to become a factor, champ.
The swelling started to become a factor. This guy is so good at recognizing a weakness in his opponent. He got him hurt, he got him swollen a little bit, and now it's starting to pay dividends.
Gets back to his feet. Oh! That's it! Shavkat Rakhmonov. Too good.
Oh my goodness.
The official decision is in. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 2 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by knockout and new undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Shavkat Rakhmonov.
And new UFC welterweight champion. Those words sound good. He's going to enjoy watching this one back. There's a new king at 170 pounds.
There is nothing better than hearing "and new." It's almost like the weight has been lifted off of your shoulders. The journey is complete. You are now the UFC champion.